Hi, welcome back to Simon Shares for a Walsall update. Right then, quite a bit's happened since the last vlog. Walsall had a bit of a break in play, so Dean Keats could visit the conference to look for another striker. But what have we seen of late? Right then, so first of all, Cameron Norman, in from Oxford, 2.5-year contract. Started his first match with a clean sheet, pushing Nicky Devlin into a right midfield spot. Now, that's quite a solid move, I think. I did sort of semi-predict that Devlin may move up there rather than be outed. But instead of Devlin being outed, it's Kieran Morris. Kieran Morris has gone to Tranmere on loan for the rest of the season. And with his contract up, that looks like that's the end for Kieran Morris. Bit of a shame, really. I quite like him. He's scored some good goals for us. He can't defend, which is a bit of a frustration for Keats, I think. So he hasn't perhaps really pushed on as much as perhaps he should have done. He should be really demanding a first team spot at 24, really. He's not a young kid anymore. So it's maybe a change will do him good, perhaps. Okay, so bye to Kieran. Hope it all works out well for you. And I think he probably will do okay. But he's certainly, I don't think, one of the players that's going to push us upwards. Not at the moment, anyway. Another new arrival on a 2.5-year contract from Blues is Dan Scarr. On Twitter, we've got Rhythm is a Dan Scarr, which I like it. I remember the music from the 90s very fondly. That was Snap, I think. Rhythm is a Dancer. Yeah, that was good. So we like that. So we haven't seen him yet, but he did very well for Wickham, getting them promoted from League Two. Very solid defender. I was calling for Matt Preston to come back, but he's very happily, gainfully employed for Mansfield. And it looks like Dan Scarr is a similar kind of no-nonsense, brave defender, which is what we need in there, alongside Guthrie. Guthrie's had some knocks, but thanks to Sadler's stats putting us right, he's actually one of the top defenders in League One. So for the stats for tackles won and the likes. So, also got Scott Laird. He's back in on loan. That's cover for Luke Leahy. And maybe putting a bit of pressure on Leahy because he's a bit errant defender-wise, defensively. But I think he's done himself some favours going forward. A couple of assists in the 3-0 win over Gillingham. That would certainly have done him no harm at all. But it's his defensive duty. He needs to make sure he stamps out those sleepy moments, which I think we could call them. Okay, Matt Jarvis, he's settling in nicely, so that's good. Omar Musa, he got a run against Scunthorpe. Looked like he'd got a little bit about him, but perhaps not quite ready for the first team yet, I think, in fairness. If Walsall was running on the crest of a wave, maybe we could slot him in, perhaps. But I think with the situation Walsall are in at the moment, it's not quite ready for him, I don't think, yet. The good news, of course, Andy Cook as really stepping up and banging the goals in. Obviously, hat-trick against Gillingham was excellent. We followed that on the Tuesday away to Plymouth. That was a disappointing result. I thought we were going to beat Plymouth despite their step up in form. But what we did see, if you've seen the highlights, Andy Cook's goal of the month contender, definitely. How he wiggled his way through and pulled one back for us. Wasn't enough to affect the points, but he's certainly on form at the moment. Dean Keats has spoken in the press. He's looking to bring in another striker. Could that mean the end for Morgan Ferrier, who's out on a limb a little bit at the minute? That could be the case. Josh Gordon developing quite well, but I think he needs to develop a little bit more yet. little fast man alongside Cookie perhaps, or even another target man to sort of take some of the pressure off and give Jarvis somebody else to aim for when he's crossing the ball. So we'll have to wait and see. I think next couple of days we're going to see another guy come in. And when will he be any good? We'll have to wait and see. Okay, looking forward to Saturday. Home to Rochdale. Another chance for Walsall to get 3 points on the board and lift themselves up that table. Just one thing before I go. Recorded a motivation video, particularly for my lad George, who's done particularly well at school, sort of pulling himself up by the coattails, as it were. So have a look at that video. I'll leave the thumbnail at the end. Okay, thanks for that. Until next time, Simon Shares.